Good morning, crew. So I'm back with something new and exciting for me, new learning for me. I am trying out this Loom recording device to see how it works. So I expect that you can see my screen, and then you can also see me as I talk to you. So today we have an interesting build challenge. We've been talking about magnets, and now we're going to talk about them in the real world. So you are going to be exploring Maglev trains. And Maglev train stands for magnetic levitation. And levitation just means that it picks up off the ground. And so there's a real advantage when we're talking about moving people, moving supplies across a country, and the speeds at which that can be done. So a force is a push or pull. We know that magnets can attract and repel. So here's the deal with maglev trains. Because they levitate, there's no friction. So the magnets can repel the trains up off of a track and then propel them forwards at really high speeds, like over 300 miles per hour. So for your project today, I want you to read these two articles. So the first article you see here is how maglev trains work. It's from How Stuff Works. It is 4 pages long, which is a little extensive. So probably the first page is good to read. And then if you're interested in it, you can keep reading. But it talks about how there's two types of trains. So I'll flip back to the first page. The first type of train. All right. So here you see a track, right? Oh, and then we've got a sponsored video. It's kind of stupid. The first type of train they talk about is an EMS system. Okay, electromagnetic suspension. And then the other type of train that they talk about is an EDS, electrodynamic suspension. And the way these two trains work is just a little different. So that's one article. The other article talks about the two different types as well. This is from the Asian Review. It's a little bit older article. And so this technology has been approved in Asia, but not really in Europe. They've run into some problems in Europe just because it's so congested. So you see here, it's from 2014. So they've made some advancements now. So this one as well gives some great diagrams about, this is about propulsion. All right, so if we blow that up, we've got propulsion just means forward motion, okay? And so it talks about this attraction and repulsion. So as one magnet pushes and another magnet pulls, and the magnets along the side of the rails switch off and on. And that happens because of electromagnetic current that flows through the sides of the rails, and it just pulls the magnet along. The other thing that's happening too is here, I think it's showing levitation by it being pulled, but then the other type of train also has repulsion from magnets underneath the train's carriage. And some of them have wrap around parts of the train, magnets that wrap around the rail and do that. So you'll do that. And you'll also, this article is a little shorter, but you will also, let me see if I can close this. So you can read this article. This is a pretty good article. It talks about the pros and cons. And then also you'll watch this video, and then anything else you want to explore to help you with this design build. So I'm gonna switch over to a full screen view, and I want to show you just some playing with magnets that I'm gonna try to demonstrate some stuff. So I was thinking, take two of these. I know I've got an attraction which can pull it along, but then if I flip this around, I've got a repulsion, which can which can move it. So it would need some guide rails to get it to move along smoothly, which can demonstrate, how propulsion works in a maglev train. But then also, like, we've got what we want to do. No, hang on a second, hun. I can't right now. I'll have to deal with it later. So let me find my other magnets here. So in terms of levitation, if we had some way to float the train, you know how I did this demonstration and how they levitate here, right? But it had to be something like, this on the track. I have to flip this upside down. And this moving along the track. I could see about, oh, here's my propulsion. That actually moved it. No, if I hold it in just the right way, I can actually propel the box. So I think if I had I'm going to flip all these the same way. Here. Oops. Just bear with me as I mess around here. So you might not have this many magnets at home, but you can use magnets off the fridge. If your parents have magnets at work, they can bring home. So I'm thinking, like, if I can get these guys here so they don't move in the box, and then I put magnets like on my desk along the same lines but opposite them. Okay, so that won't help me move things. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, and there. Ugh, I'm gonna have to tape these down too. Okay. Ah, that didn't work. So I'm gonna flip these over. Oh, that actually works kind of nice. Okay, I need one more magnet. I actually got all those facing the right way. Okay, so I'm going to put them about the same thing. I'm going to see if I can levitate it. 2 strips of tape. There. And there. Hopefully that'll keep those down. And then let's see. I'd need guardrails, you know. Um, so I need to use some things that are around, right? Let's see if I can get this to kind of stay in place. Oh, yeah. I was actually floating the magnets in here, but I can't let go. I wonder what would happen if I could get like a whole track, all of them aligned. And then, ooh, that actually snuck out. I'll have to tape that down. And then maybe like some magnets taped in this side of the box. And then opposite ends here, I'd have to tape that down too. Doing propulsion there. So to propel it forward. Even though, you know, like the size of these magnets actually kind of propel it forward as well until it sticks. All right, so if I'm doing this, and I do the opposite side here, so remember it'd be a north to north here, or maybe a south to south. I could have my levitation there and my propulsion here. And maybe if I had magnets here too, it would keep it from wanting to jump here and here. I could just hold it back and feel the propulsion there. So the idea for the build is to come up with something like that, but even to be really simple, you can demonstrate this is propulsion. I'm moving it. Oh, you can't see that. So I'm moving it, and then some sort of demonstration of levitation. How do you get those to levitate? So in the assignment, if you could videotape what sort of build you come up with and explain how you're levitating and propelling, that would be great. Otherwise, just take a picture of your build and explain it in words. Throw that on create a document, throw it on a document, and then upload it to the My Work spot in the Google Classroom. So good luck. I look forward to seeing what you can do. Enjoy.